5-item camp, right, and we're allowed to carry what we've got in our pockets. So if you want to see what I've got in my pockets, what's in its pockets, precious? We've got bacon, snack shots, a spicy snack shot there. I've got some John West tuna packets, lots of coffees. I've got a trout, tortilla wraps, 1, 2, 3 MREs, a tin of chili con carne, and a tin of beans. And that's me camera pouch there. And as one of me 5 items of kit, a lighter, little jet jobby. So okay. Right, it's my knee pads out of my trousers, so I don't get wet knees. Right, so I've got a bottle of water, which is a ghost item because there's no water source around here. My med kit. Knife wise, all I've got is me Mora, and I've got a Laplander because I want to make a raised bed. I've got my canvas tarp there, and in there is a -9 Italian army sleeping bag, but if I manage to make a raised bed, I'm going to switch it out and have a wool blanket as well instead. It all depends sort of how much work I can get done and how well I can set up, how well I can get the tarp up without any cordage. So I'll bring you back later once I've sorted everything out. And while we're on the subject of scavenged items, was a 30th birthday balloon that I found in the woods, and a roadkill squirrel. There's only a little female, but it's a snack, isn't it? Money suits afternoon.
Well, that makes a change, eh?
Hopefully it comes out. You might not make the cut, mate.
No?
You might not make the cut though.
Oh, really? Okay.
If you're too dark.
Do something.
Turn your brightness up a bit.
Oh, what?
Turn your brightness up.
Hold on, I'll drop me pants.
Yeah. Nice.
Fucking epic fire.
It's currently 4:30 in the morning. And I woke up and it was a bit chilly. So I just stoked the fire up again. Just stacked it up and blew on it a bit and that went straight up, so it was good. See up there's a really nice moon. There's Jerry doing cocaine. Just a little pick me up. First thing in the morning. There you go, Jerry's set for the day. Chicken and pasta ration pack meal. It was forecast for fog. I wasn't expecting to have rain as well, but I suppose it's not actually rain, I think it's just the moisture dripping off the trees. They've been listening to that sort of drizzly rain dropping all night. Sleep-wise, I slept pretty well. Wasn't a late night. Went to bed about 10 o'clock. Sleeping on a big pile of leaves was a bit uncomfortable, a bit lumpy, and I kept rolling around and pulling sticks out, and but it sort of did compact down, so it was like sleeping on the ground. But I think it just sort of stops the heat being sucked out your body into the ground. So I wasn't cold. Then I woke up about, well, sort of on and off all through the night, but not. I think it's just noises of the woods and being in a strange place. It's always the second night of the woods is always better. Anyway, I digress. Woke up about 4:30, and I was a little bit chilly, so I got the fire going again. And now I've just woken up, and it's about 6:15, 6:45. I've put a coffee on in my bean tin, and some chicken pasta ration pack for breakfast. So in here is a very important stick, which tells me to go that way, just so I don't walk past the path of where we are. But yeah, it's been quite an easy thing. 5-arm camp. The annoying things is things like a lighter. You only use it once. Once you've lit your fire, that's it. Game over. You're not ever going to use that bit of kit again. But you do need it to light the fire in the first place, which is, it's just frustrating. Another thing is like soap and hand cleaner and all that sort of thing, because it's not really strictly med kit. All I've had to clean my hands has just been just tissues and water, and that's it. So after I prepped a trout yesterday, my hands still stink. So let's see how that's come out. Yeah, so this was my bed for the night, which is just a big dug pile of leaves. Well, that is weird, right? As I'm digging that, underneath those leaves, that feels really warm. But because they're slightly damp, which is a log thickness, so that's very much level, just to bring you off the floor a bit. But that's really strange. You feel it, put your hand inside there, and that's warm. But if it hadn't had so much rain the day before yesterday, and the leaves had been drier, then I'd have definitely just used a wool blanket. But you know, I was still chilly in a blooming -9 sleeping bag. It's nothing to do with the temperature; it's to do with the moisture. This is a lovely sleeping bag. This is though. It's inside out at the moment, so you've got a nice do-up baffle to get around your shoulders, and then a do-up hood. The other good thing about the hood, you've got a zip in there, which you can stuff your jumper in and use as a pillow. You know, the reason I chose this one is because, I don't know if we can see it, probably not. Yeah, it's sort of slightly waterproofy type coating on it. So there you go. That's what bag it is. But it's Italian -9. I think I got it from East West Trading, which is Billericay way. But they've got a website, but it's worth phoning them up because they don't list everything. So, there's Mark in his little tent. And Andy over there with his hammock set up. And this is just something random that's in the middle of the wood. There's like a fallow deer hide and a little muntjac hide. And then a vat for washing them up in lime. And a bag of lime.
Morning.
Morning.
How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Was you nice and warm last night?
It's toasty.
Git. Yes, with the 5-item camp, tarp was pretty much a necessity as a heat reflector from the fire to bring it back to you. And I lit my fire early to try and dry the bed out because all the leaf mulch I put down was all wet. And canvas tarp was better because it was so near to the fire. If you got like a normal DD nylon or what the hell they're made of tarp, it would have just destroyed it because of the sparks from the fire. So canvas tarp was spot on for that. So I'll definitely bring that again. Obviously in the summer you probably wouldn't need it, and you could go with the Gore-Tex bivvy bag. But then if you go with the Gore-Tex and you've got sparks, you're going to destroy that as well. So I'd probably still plumb for going for a canvas tarp if you're that close to the fire. Sleeping bag, the -9 Italian. Yeah, I'm glad I brought that. Mainly because everything was so damp and cold, it just sucks the heat out of everything. You know, they say it's a -9 sleeping bag, but -9 in a dry climate is totally different to +5 or whatever it was when it's wet, because it's just the conductivity is just totally lost. You know, plus I was getting in there clothed with slightly damp clothes because I didn't want to bring a change of clothes, you know, like a softy set or anything, because that's sort of another item. So knife didn't really get used. The only thing I used the knife for was to gut the fish and do the squirrel. It was too dark really to film either of them. I filmed a bit of the fish, but then just after that the fish fell in the fire anyway. So I just had, for dinner last night, I just had the tin of chili con carne, and so yeah, that was alright. And this morning was chicken pasteurised. I had breakfast. Rather exciting things, rather kit. The saw, I'd definitely bring another saw. I don't know if it'd be a Laplander. Might bring a bow saw. Yeah, I'd probably bring a bow saw just for processing bigger logs, to leave some nice big thick logs on the fire, so you've got a nice ember bed in the morning. But you know, when there's plenty of deadfall around, it's not so bad. And then the lighter, you've got to have a lighter. Flint and steel would have been totally useless, just because everything was so wet and damp. So the little jet lighters, you know, I know it's technically cheating because a lighter is gas, flint, striker, all in one. So technically it shouldn't be allowed. It's just a lighter is just basically a miniature jet boil, you know, without a cup. So, but if you'd had flint and steel or a ferro rod, you would have had trouble, unless you brought your tinder with you. But we didn't bring tinder. All that to be from what you could find, and we found birch bark. I put it in my pocket for a little while, and it was still pretty damp. But once you wazzed the lighter on it for a little while, got it going on the thinner bits, and then sort of spread it round and crumble it up. That works okay. So yeah, yeah. Check Army bedroll. That would have been another a good one to bring as well, because that's semi-waterproof and it's got the blanket inside it, like a wool blanket. I'm not actually sure if they're 100% wool or not. But, yeah, other than that, I bought way too much food. Didn't really bring any sort of carbohydrates really. I should have brought some rice and stuff, but without a pot to cook it in, it's all a bit of a pain in the arse. So just making cups of coffee in a bean tin was necessary. Talk about after the fact. What I just found, where they cut logs here. Big piles of tinder. Oh, the irony. Yes, you could have had a ferro rod if I'd have found that earlier. We'll know for next time.